Lads. Lads, welcome back to another match reaction. I've just watched Sheffield United beat Bristol City 1-0 in the FA Cup 5th round. And God, it were a hard slog, wasn't it? It were a hard slog watching that. I've just put on screen the lineup that you probably saw if you were watching our watch along. Oh God, guys, it was one of the worst matches I've seen all season, if not the worst. We weren't terrible. We've played worse. We've definitely played worse defensively. But let's be honest, Bristol City didn't really offer much going forward, did they? Apologies if you were here a minute ago. For some reason, I set it all up, set it up for the wrong score. I left it from the Chelsea game, and it wouldn't even let me put a thumbnail on it. So anyway, we're back now. Yeah, as you can see on screen right now, Ramsdale in the net, Bogle, Basham, Egan, Ampadu, Lowe, Lundstrom, Fleck, McGoldrick in the 10 role, and then Sharp and Brewster up top with League One Wes on the bench, Lise Mousset, Brian, McBurney, Jagielka, Maguire, Osborne, Burke, and Norwood. And you are allowed 5 subs in the FA Cup. I don't think Chris Wilder will ever use 5 subs in the FA Cup out of just not wanting to give Klopp anything really. So we started the game off the better team. Let's be honest, we were the better team all game. We didn't really get out of second gear the whole match. The only way we got a goal, I won't say the only way we got a goal was from a penalty. We definitely created that opportunity to score that penalty, and it would have gone in via Didsey if it wasn't for Alfie Mawson handballing it on the line. But we'll get onto that in a minute. So we're not going to be here all night because this was a really poor match. Really poor match, definitely for the neutral, even poor for us because me and Hal on the watch along were just trying to amuse ourselves, really, making up games, making up songs, because it was really poor, like I've already said. So we started the game, like I said, on the front foot, Bogle getting forward, Lowe getting forward. I'm trying to remember clear-cut opportunities because on these watch-alongs, it's quite difficult to kind of take it all in as you're watching it and then trying to talk about it at the same time. But the 2 big chances of the first half fell to both wing-backs. First one fell to Max Lowe. Really, really good chance. Really good chance. I'm trying to remember who knocked it back. I think it was Jayden Bogle went through the middle, kind of knocked it on to Max Lowe. He took it on quite well and kind of swiveled on it. It kind of like rose up just to a lovely height to just volley past the goalkeeper. And he put way too much on it, hit the crossbar, and he should have put it away, 100%. Billy Sharp would have eaten that for breakfast. I know he's a fullback, but really a professional footballer from that range should be just tapping it past the goalkeeper. I think he tried to put too much on it, if I'm being honest. Tried to make sure it went in the back of the net. All it needed was just guiding it into the corner, really. And then Max Lowe turned provider, crossing the ball right on. No, it wasn't. And the reason why I've misremembered that is because I think it was Ampadu on his left foot. Obviously, Ampadu right-footed, but it was a brilliant cross with his left, and I'm pretty damn sure it was Ampadu now. What a ball. What a ball onto the head of Jayden Bogle. If it had gone either side of the goalkeeper, it really would have put pressure on him because that goalkeeper wasn't good. He made a lot of mistakes tonight, and we didn't really have too many shots at him. He went straight down the keeper's throw, boom, bounced straight into his hands. And that was really all that we did. Billy Sharp had one where it came into him, fired into him, and instead of having a first-time shot or taking a touch and then hitting it, He passed it straight back to Brewster, I think it was. And it was such a weird... The reason why I bring it up is such a weird Billy Sharp thing to do. You'd have think he'd have just fired it in the back of the net, wouldn't you? But it wasn't to be. Yeah, we went in at half-time thinking, God, this can't get any worse. And I think it got a little bit better. We definitely created a few more chances in the second half. Definitely not as good as Max Lowe. Max Lowe's with the best chance of the game. And he definitely fluffed it. But Jayden Bogle in that first half was the only shining light in the Blades team. He was unbelievable. He was unplayable at times. He even did a pirouette right on the edge of the box. He's loving life right now in that right wing-back role. And I don't think he'll have ever played in a role like this where you've got more than license to get forward, get into really good positions, get into the box. Like a right back or a right wing back, predominantly stay on the right, overlap, cross. You don't see them coming into the box and scoring goals very often. And we give them the license to do that, as you can see. Both of them, for those two shots that I was talking about, were pretty much on the penalty spot or closer. Sometimes you want the strikers to be in that position, but that's how we play football. And we end up having these defenders in the box when you least expect it. And that's why they get those chances, because they're either not tracked or they're just not expected to be there. Anyway, I'm trying to chat about as much as possible because, like I said, not a lot happened in this game. So, second half, like I said, we're a little bit better. David McGoldrick definitely came into the game a lot more, creating chances. Do you know what? The goal, I barely saw it back, and I'm going to make myself look an idiot now, but what happened was it ended up at David McGoldrick, the whole goal to aim at. And it's one of them that you look at, thinking, he's got to put it past the goalkeeper here. And he did. But right at the time, I knew something fishy happened because he was leaning. And when they lean into a ball like that, it's more often than not because they're trying to get something behind it. And I thought it was his other arm that did it, but it wasn't. His hand on the line. And what made me laugh was as he got red carded, he was like, "Oh, ref, can't believe you've done that to me." Now, I don't know if that's because he thought it wasn't a red. It was definitely a goal-scoring opportunity that he stopped from happening. But it was definitely a penalty. I hope he wasn't saying that it wasn't a penalty, because it certainly was. He must have known that his hand had stopped that ball. Whether he meant to do it or not, his hand stopped that from going in the back of the net, and then it hit the bar and came out. And then I think we had another one after that went under the keeper's body. Was it Lunny who had a shot, and the keeper saved it, and it went underneath him? And then I think it was Jack Hunt who cleared it off the line. I can't remember who had the shot initially, but it's another one that the keeper didn't cover himself in glory with, really. Towards the end, Ollie Burke, he took it around the goalkeeper. Again, goalkeeper coming out and not doing very well. And he had a shot when he could have just squared it to Fleck for a tap-in. He had a shot from a very acute angle that the defender were like, "Thank you very much, I'll clear that off the line." Those are really the biggest chances. I'm trying to remember any more that we had. There were one that went just behind Brewster. Sharp missed it, and then it was just in behind him. And at the time, we thought he should have put that in the back of the net. But obviously, we didn't realise how far behind him it was. So he didn't really have a chance with that one. The weird thing that I thought that happened in this game was after we scored, went 1-0 up, better team by far all game, and they had a red card down to 10 men. We decided to take off Billy Sharp and bring on Ollie Norwood, which is like, surely, do you not want to get confidence up? Go and score more goals. Like, does it really matter? If we do concede a goal against Bristol City, we should have enough to go and beat them. So if I would have been Wilder, I'd have definitely left. I'd have brought another striker on instead of kind of Norwood. I probably wouldn't have brought Sharp off. I'd have probably brought McGoldrick off to give him a bit of a rest. But it was a weird substitution. I'm not sure why he did it. if anyone, bring on Osborne. Don't bring on nobody who's been playing kind of 90 minutes every week. Bit of a weird one. Anyway, there wasn't a lot else to it. I've not been speaking for that long, but there wasn't a lot else to it. I'll quickly go through the team. Ramsdale, can't remember him making a save, if I'm being completely honest. No, they had a few crosses in the first half that nothing really came of. Oh, they had one shot in the first half where he parried it back out to where the danger area, really. He didn't parry it away or out. So that he could have done better with that one, but that's all the only real shot that they had all game. Bogle was the man of the match by far for me. So good today. Just lacking that little bit of quality in the final pass or the final shot just lacked a little bit of quality. There was one in the second half where he just laid it through to Billy Sharp and he was way offside. It should have gone a lot earlier or he should have passed it there at all. Billy had gone. Like, Billy knows what he's doing in that situation. He's going to make that run for either to take a defender away or to receive the ball. And he just left it, and then played it. It was way too late. But other than that, Jayden Bogle was brilliant today. Basham was Basham. He did well. I can't really say much else about Egan, Basham and Ampadu because the ball was mostly in the Bristol City half from us attacking. So I'm not really going to talk about them. I thought Ampadu played okay, except for a couple of bad passes in the first half where he kept playing it out of play for Max Lowe to not be able to get on the end of. Max Lowe did okay. Just he's not great, is he? He's not a great left back. He shouldn't really be playing in the Premier League for us. I would like to have seen Ozzy there or even Ender Stevens. I know he wasn't on the bench, but I suppose Max Lowe in a game like this, why not? He did okay. He got forward. He got some crosses in. He did okay. I've said he did okay loads. He got into that really good opportunity where he should have put it in the back of the net, but it's one of them things. He didn't put it in the back of the net. Then we'll talk about kind of the Lundstrom-Fleck partnership in the midfield because it was definitely more of a two. And then McGoldrick, free roll, really. He wasn't attacking midfield, McGoldrick. He was all over the place. Again, Lunny and Fleck, it was just a walk in the park, really, not being disrespectful to Bristol City. But they didn't offer much. We didn't offer much. There was always going to be one chance that was going to win this game, and it was the well-worked goal that should have been a goal that ended up being a penalty. Did say all over the place. At one point, he was further back, at right back, than Jayden Bogle was. He just coming deep to pick the ball up, like kind of a Wayne Rooney role, if you like, constantly coming deep, pick the ball up, bring it out, trying to spread the play, trying to create chances. He did okay. It's not a great audition for the next game. I think it's West Ham next. Not a great audition for that one because we were pretty poor. I would like to have seen us gone and beaten that Bristol City side by a few goals, but it wasn't to be. They didn't have their heads in it today for me. Sharpie did okay, but Sharpie didn't cover himself in glory. Excellent penalty, very well taken, strong bottom corner, out of the reach of the goalkeeper. A lot of pace on it. No goalkeeper saving that, really, are they? Let's be honest. Brewster offered very little. Can't remember really anything that he did. But, yeah, they were all pretty poor tonight. Who came on? Only Burke and Norwood. I thought we'd brought on a third, but I'm pretty sure we didn't. Norwood came on, gave the ball away straight away. As soon as he got it, really. He gave the ball away. Again, didn't really notice him. Me and Hal was just amusing ourselves because it was such a poor match. Burke did okay. I was just about to say that he's not done anything in the game on the watch-along. And then he went through and the goalkeeper came out and he headed it past him. Again, he should have squared it to Fleck to put into the open net. But he decided to have a shot, decided to be more greedy than he probably should have been. But that's striker's fear. And I like to see him be more greedy, to be honest. Burke, because he's not scored many goals this season. So, I want to see him score more goals. And that's it. That's it. I'm going to go into the comments because there's not really anything else I want to talk about. It was a poor match. Both teams are poor. We move on to the next one, really, don't we? So here we go. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Roy, don't be nosy. We got the job done. Wasn't pretty, but we're into the next round. I could have come on, spent 5 seconds and said exactly what Roy just said then, because there wasn't really much else to it, was there? Thanks, Hal. Baker, no one correct the only subs that were brought on. Yeah, it's one of them where you could have fallen asleep in that match, couldn't you, really? Hey, Ash Jowett, one of my best mates. How you doing, mate? Thanks for being in here. And you're giving my surname away. I'm not sure about that, but I'm sure loads of people know. I'm a West Ham fan. Any predictions for the game on Monday? It's going to be a tough game. You guys playing really well. We've found a little bit of form, but we are desperate for points. I think the best result for us probably would be a point. I think a point wouldn't really be great for us. We need all three. But at the same time, against a West Ham team that are playing really, really well at the moment, winning a lot of games, I think a point would be beneficial to us. Sheffield need to sign better players. I'm not even going to talk about that one. I don't even know why I put it on the screen. Norwood did good in the Championship, but not Premier League quality. I disagree with that. It was unbelievable last season. So I'm going to disagree with that one. A lot of terrible comments tonight, guys. Come on, better than this. All I wanted all game was for Brewster to score. He needs it more than anyone else. Almost wanted him to take the penalty. I know what you mean. Somebody said in our comments on the watch along, Brewster should take the penalty. But when Billy Sharp's on the pitch, you can't have anybody else taking the penalty, can you? What else have we got? Anything else? Anything else what anyone wants to put in there? Because there's not a lot, really, is there? Not a lot of good comments, if I'm being completely honest. So we are going to move on from there. And I'm going to say thank you for watching, guys. Really, really appreciate everyone being in here, whether... Well, it was just a poor game, wasn't it? Just a really poor game. And I don't blame people if they're not wanting to shed any light on that game, because I've spoken for way, way less than what I usually do, because, nothing happened in the game. That's it. Nobody else is coming in. I'll put on Phil Whelan because Phil normally comes in with something good. It's a crazy season. We just won at Old Trafford. Nobody has any idea what will happen on Monday. Bang on, mate. Like I said, I think a point would be good for us. West Ham are playing really well, but anything can happen. We can nick a goal. We can see it out. West Ham could not turn up. We could play out of our skins like we have done in recent games. So, this is a good point. Carl Shipston always comes in with some good knowledge. I think this is a game we would have lost earlier in the season. Good point. It could have been. But to be honest, Bristol City were rubbish. I thought Bristol Rovers were better than Bristol City, if I'm being completely honest. And I hope no Bristol City fans are in here because they will give me a lot of crap. Anyway, Chris Barton, absolutely bang on. Get to bed, Nick. I've got no fans react to edit tonight, which is brilliant. That means I can go to bed at a reasonable time. Thanks, Chris. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you being here, even though it was a terrible game to watch. On to the next one, West Ham, but also Thursday night, tomorrow night. It is Wednesday, Thursday night is the draw for the quarterfinals. So let's see who we get. Still loads and loads of big Premier League clubs in the FA Cup. So here we go. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. On to West Ham. The preview will be on Sunday evening with me and Hal for the Monday game. Thanks for watching. Stay